Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today, I alluded to this a little bit in my last video, and it has been a really interesting few weeks, mostly just January, and then this last week in particular have all been really eventful, and it has been hard to find joy and hope. And I still don't even know if I'm actually in a position where I'm feeling those things. On one of the nights it was particularly bad, I was actually going to just make a video that was just going to be horrible and talk about how there's no hope and how life is meaningless and things like that. And I didn't do that, which I'm grateful for, because that means it can get worse than that, which I actually, after saying it, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing that scares me, but I guess how I was feeling last week it can get worse. That's not actually what I want to talk about though. So yesterday, me and a friend finished watching a show that was really good, and it's weird to kind of talk about because I don't know what this is a side effect of. It's either a side effect of depression or sleeping medicine, because I took a lot of sleeping medicine pretty much last week. When I got back from work in the evening, I would take some sleep medicine and then fall asleep and then sleep until I had to go to work the next day, and I was pretty much just asleep constant. Like I was literally either going to work, working, coming home from work, or sleeping, and there wasn't anything else that I was doing. And so maybe that's kind of messed up my brain a little bit, but I'm having an extremely difficult time with short-term memory. I can't for the life of me remember things, and it's freaking me out a little bit. The show I finished last night, when I try to remember visuals from it, I just can't. It's just blank space, and it's worrying me. And I'm also having a hard time feeling, in general. All of this is bad, and probably not things I should disclose this publicly. However, the point of saying all of it is to say that I want to try and give this a whirl, because I think that the show helped me a lot, and at least it kind of pointed me in a direction. The show is about a family that's traumatized by all sorts of different things, and then there's someone else with trauma that comes along, and she uses her experience with trauma. And at the beginning she does it unhealthily, but she grows with everybody else. But she uses her trauma to help everybody else grow and learn and overcome their trauma and their fears and things. So there's a lot of stuff about forgiveness, a lot of stuff about understanding other people and letting go of things. But I would say probably the number one thing that the show is about is healing, and having hope for the future. And I think those are both really important aspects of life. I think you need to be able to heal, and I think that having hope for a better life is kind of the fuel that you need to heal. And I, definitely have not been in a place where I feel hopeful about the future, and I've been getting worse, I think, as far as mental health stuff goes. Although I do have some mental stuff that kind of makes things weird to perceive within myself, but external stuff too. being afraid of the future and things, the show just came along at a really good time. And I think it's something, it's a message that I haven't accepted it, I don't think. And like, it's frustrating because when I try to visualize the feeling that it gave me and the scenes that gave me the feeling, I can't, because something is, I don't know, blocking my memory from being able to recall stuff like that. But despite that, there is a feeling that is in it, and a message is in it that I think is really important. And it is just, you, like, and I've even seen this firsthand with a close friend of mine, where you can have trauma and you can have jumbled emotions and you have survived a situation or an experience, but literally just by the definition of survived, like, you're alive, and that's like the bottom line of what you're able to do and be, is just be alive, and nothing really past that. And I think that part of the reason why feeling like that is so hard is because you kind of get convinced that that is just what life is, and that what hurt you or brought you to the point where you feel like that is just what you are now. And you can't ever be more than the traumatic event that happened, or the mental illness you might have, or a situation that you got stuck in and are just trying to get out of. And it seems like maybe you can't anymore. You can get caught up easily, I think, feeling like that. That's it. I know that I certainly I certainly feel like that. I have the hiccups. Wow. It's hard to feel like right now, in this day, and I don't know, these days it's hard to feel like I'm more than my mental illness, and it's hard to feel like I deserve more than what my mental illness is giving me. I don't want to get into too much detail about stuff that's going on, but like, the external stuff is also doing a good job of assigning me my kind of self-worth and value. Yeah, I think that is a trap, and I think that this show kind of helped me on the path of believing that feeling like that is a starting place for something different. Like, feeling like you're trapped, and feeling like you're worthless, and feeling like you're only as good as the horrible things that have happened to you, or how you survived them. That's a starting place for you to start moving forward, and to start realizing that you are more than that. And I don't think there needs to be like a final destination in mind. Like, I don't think you need to have a goal of what you want to be to start healing, or how you want to be before you start healing and growing. I think that all you really need is to say, I can be better than this. Like, I can grow past this. And I think that if you believe that, then you're good. Like, I truly think that's all you need to start. If that whole thing is real. I truly believe that, as far as I can, I guess is what I should say. And honestly, aside from the show, that friend I was talking about is the only other really solid example I have to believe this. Is she has a lot of stuff that she's been through and has dealt with, and still is. It's not like it's cured. Like, I think you carry that stuff forever, but you can grow into better places where you're able to accept that it's a part of you, but it's not all that you are. And I think that she's been doing that in like incredible ways, and so and she's the one that showed me the show, which I guess is kind of ironic. But either way, though, I think between her and the show, like I'm at least in a place where I want to believe that life can be more than what it is right now, and that like happiness is like waiting, and like I'm not too old to chase my dreams, or I'm not too old to have what I want. Like life isn't over for me yet, and if I were to start going down that path of healing and growth and self-love and forgiveness and all that weird stuff, then I won't be too old by the time it's done, because it's never too old. You're never too old. It's never too late. So I don't. I was hoping for this video to be a more supportive and encouraging video. But honestly, I just don't want to like lie about things. I believe other people can feel like that for sure, but I don't know how, and I don't know if I can. And so I don't want to sit here and preach about stuff that I don't really have a firm belief in myself. But I do want to go on that journey if it's something that's available to me. So yeah, I think that'll do it for this time. I need to start reading more probably to improve my memory and bring back stuff. And if it seems like it's like actually as bad as I'm afraid of with my memory, then maybe I have to like see a doctor and be like, what's going on? I've heard people say that bad memory is a sign of like depression, and I am definitely in a depressive spout, so that might be it, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope that something I said resonates with you, or at the very least provokes some thought. I think that'll do it though. Thank you all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.